Hi there, my name is Lauren Portingen. I work for Corizon in the Community Services Department, and we are here today just to bring you another tapping video. And I have the pleasure of being joined by...
And hello, my name is George, and I work for the Community Department as well, and specifically in the Pathways to Education program.
Thanks for joining us, George. So today we wanted to tap on some of the stress and anxiety and uneasiness that we feel as parents with our kids, whatever age they might be, returning to school in some fashion in September. Next week is the first week of August. It feels like it's quickly approaching, and it feels really uncomfortable to think about school. And so that's what we're going to focus on today. As always, if this is your first video, first tapping experience, we would encourage you to pause this video and watch our introduction to EFT video. It's a great short video that just points out what EFT is, what you can expect to feel, how it kind of looks and works. And we'd encourage you to watch that before jumping into this video. And as always too, before we get started, we'd encourage you just to take a second to take stock of your body. When you think about your kids returning to school and what September might look like, it obviously evokes a lot of emotions: stress, uneasiness, anxiety, worry, fear even. And so we want you just to pause and think about that feeling. Think about how intense it is. If you wanted to scale it from 1 to 10, 10 being the worst intensity and 1 being, doesn't bother you at all. Sometimes that's a great way to be mindful of how your body's affected by this uncomfortable feeling. Some people feel these uncomfortable feelings very physically, and so if that's true for you, just taking note of where that feeling is in your body. Whenever I'm stressed or anxious, my kind of arms and shoulders get tight. And you can pause this video and take as long as you need for that to happen before we get started. Okay, ready, George?
Ready.
Okay. Even though
I
feel really stressed and uneasy about my kids returning to school, I still love and accept myself anyway. And even though I'm worried about what September is going to look like, I'm uneasy about my kids returning to school. It makes sense why I feel this way.
It makes sense how I feel this way.
Yeah, and I know I'm doing the best I can. Last time, even though I'm really worried and anxious, thinking about my kids returning to school. And I'm just uneasy about it all. There's lots of unknowns. I still choose to love and accept myself anyway. Eyebrow point. I'm anxious. I'm really uneasy when I think about my kids and what September might look like for them. It's obviously going to be different.
It's obviously going to be easy.
It's not going to be easy. It's going to be real different.
And it's going to be really different.
Yeah. Making a decision about what to do is going to be hard.
Making a decision about what to do is going to be hard.
Yeah. I'm nervous.
I am nervous.
I don't feel like I'm prepared for September.
I don't feel like I'm prepared for September.
I don't feel like I'm prepared to support my kids in September.
I don't feel like I'm ready to support my kids for September.
Yeah. I'm nervous.
I am nervous.
And I'm anxious.
And I am anxious.
I'm tired of waiting to hear about what September will look like.
I am tired of waiting to hear what September is going to look like.
It's really hard to pre-plan without that information.
It is really hard to pre-plan without all the information.
Yeah. I feel at a disadvantage.
I feel a disadvantage,
Mm-hmm. So I feel really anxious.
so I feel really anxious.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm going to have to make some hard choices.
I feel like I'm going to have to make some hard choices.
Mm-hmm. What if I make the wrong choice?
What if I make the wrong choice?
What if the choice I make for my kids harms them?
What if the choice that I make for my kids harms them?
Mm-hmm. What if it sets them back academically?
What if it sets them back academically?
What if it risks their health?
What if it risks their health?
This feels too big.
This feels too big.
Mm-hmm. Feels like I can't possibly make any decision.
It feels like I can't possibly make any decision.
Mm-hmm. I'm really anxious about it.
I'm really anxious about it.
Mm-hmm. I'm scared to make the wrong choice.
I'm scared to make the wrong choice.
I'm scared my kids won't like the choice I make.
I'm scared my kids will not like the choices I make.
Mm-hmm. I'm scared that I'll be judged by my friends.
I'm scared that I'll be judged by my friends.
What if I'm not ready for my kids to go back to school?
What if I'm not ready for my kids to go back to school?
Mm-hmm. Will I get help to educate them from home?
Will I get help to educate them from home?
Mm-hmm. What if I am ready to send my kids back to school?
What if I'm ready to send my kids back to school?
Am I going to get judged for the potential dangers?
Am I going to get judged or the potential dangers?
Yeah. Feels like I can't make the right choice at all.
It feels like I cannot make the right choice at all.
Mm-hmm. There's too many options.
There's too many options.
Too many variables.
Too many variables.
So I'm anxious.
So I'm anxious.
I feel really anxious.
I feel really anxious.
September's going to look different.
September is going to look different.
Mm-hmm. And I have to make some hard choices.
I have to make some hard choices.
And I feel anxious about that.
And I feel anxious about that.
Mm-hmm. I feel really anxious about that.
I feel really anxious about that.
Deep breath in here.
Deep breath in here.
Yeah. So again, now that we're at the end of a couple rounds of tapping, take stock of where that anxiety, that uneasiness about when you think about your kids going back to school, take stock of where that sits in your body. If that intensity, that number you gave it has decreased or increased. If you need to tap again, please go for it. But we will move on and just do a couple more rounds. Okay. Even though
I
still have this uncomfortable feeling,
I still have that uncomfortable feeling.
especially when I think about my kids going back to school.
Especially when I think about my kids going back to school.
I know I'm doing the best I can.
I know I'm doing the best I can.
Mm-hmm. Even though I still feel pretty nervous.
I still feel pretty nervous.
I still feel uneasy about making this big decision.
I still feel uneasy about making this decision.
Mm-hmm. I love and accept myself anyway.
I love and accept myself anyway.
Last time, even though I still feel anxious.
I still feel anxious.
Thinking about my kids going back to school.
Thinking about my kids going back to school.
And the decisions I have to make around that.
And the decisions I have to make around that.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense why I feel this way.
It makes sense how I feel this way.
Yeah. And I know I'm doing the best I can.
And I know I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah. Okay, eyebrow point. I still feel anxious.
I still feel anxious.
September's coming.
September is coming.
Very quickly.
Very quickly.
And I feel in the dark about what September is going to look like.
And I feel in the dark about what September is going to look like.
So I'm anxious.
So I'm anxious.
I know I have decisions I need to make.
I know I have decisions I need to make.
And it's going to be hard to make those decisions.
And it's going to be hard to make those decisions.
And so I feel uneasy.
So I feel uneasy.
But I choose to believe.
But I choose to believe
that it makes sense that I feel this way.
That it makes sense that I feel this way.
That I'm not alone in feeling this way.
That I am not alone feeling this way.
Lots of people have these same concerns.
Lots of people have the same concerns.
And I choose to believe.
And I choose to believe.
That whatever decision I make.
That whatever decision I make.
That it's the right decision.
That is the right decision.
I know my family best.
I know my family best.
I know my kids best.
I know my kids best.
And so I trust.
So I trust.
That I'll make the right decision for them.
That I will make the right decisions for them.
And I choose to believe.
And I choose to believe.
Even if that looks different.
Even if that looks different.
Than others around me.
Than others around me.
It's the right decision for us.
It's the right decision for us.
And I choose to believe.
And I choose to believe.
That I can adapt.
That I can adapt.
I can make different choices.
I can make different choices.
If I need to quickly change.
If I need to quickly change.
There is no right or wrong answer.
There is no right or wrong answer.
Whatever's best for me and my family.
Whatever is best for me and my family.
Is the right answer.
Is the right answer.
And I choose to believe.
And I choose to believe.
That I can make that choice.
That I can make that choice.
Back to your eyebrow point, just take a deep breath here. I can make these hard decisions.
I can make these hard decisions.
And I have.
And I have.
Resources.
Resources.
I can make this choice.
I can make this choice.
I can make the choice that's best for my family.
I can make the choices that are best for my family.
Those are the right choices.
Those are the right choices.
Deep breath here, top of your head. Okay, this has been a big topic, tapping on returning to school and the feelings you might have about what that looks like for your kids and the decisions that you need to make in preparation for that. And so, as always, if you need to reach out for further support, if you have more questions, in the description box below, there will be some contact information for us at Corizon, and any of us would be happy to support you or direct you to the appropriate people. If you need to rewatch this video and tap again, please do so as many times as needed. If you feel still a little bit escalated when taking stock of your body, again, if that intensity is still pretty high or higher, or if your body is just feeling pretty unregulated, we also have a video called Tapping and Breathing, and that's just like it sounds, tapping on the tapping points and breathing while you do it. And it's a great way to gently calm our nervous system just a little bit more. There's no words. It can be really grounding and calming. And so if that's something you feel you would benefit from, please watch that video. And again, reach out to us if you feel like you need further support. And with that, thank you. Thank you, George, for helping me today. And we will
Thank you, Lauren.
Take care.
Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.